This is the Bobby Ho Show. And in this episode, I'm curious about what an Always Be My Maybe sequel could look like. The romantic comedy, co written and starring Ali Wong and Randall Park, has been available on Netflix since the end of May. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It is the feel good comedy of the summer. But I'm already, though, thinking about the sequel. We gotta have a sequel. Characters were too good. Always Be My Maybe Part 2. Maybe it could be called And Now We Have a Baby. For the sequel, I would like to see Randall Park's Marcus a little bit more sharply defined. In Always Be My Maybe, I found myself wishing his character had a little bit more bite to him, was a little bit more sharply written. At times, he was just the classic rom-com nice guy. He came most alive when he was on stage with his band, but as a character, I found him to be just more of a counterpuncher, which I guess was the point. In the script, he was supposed to be someone who had just settled, who was too passive, who sort of lost his groove. I didn't get, though, why working for his dad meant he had underachieved. He had his own business with the heating and cooling. It was, I forget his dad's name, and Sons. He was the son. Half the people I know working professional gigs are trying to figure out how to get out of companies to own their own business. So Marcus maybe have been in overalls, but he had equity. Equity! Tyler Perry said it at the BT Awards. Own your own stuff. Marcus owned his own stuff, and he wasn't paying rent in San Francisco. So, for the sequel, yes, would love to see what now a married dad Marcus would look like in the sequel, and hopefully that character would have a little bit more bite to him. And as for the sequel itself, I can see it now. Sasha and Marcus are living in New York City with their baby, maybe a 6-month-old. They're both adjusting to life as parents and also going through some career changes. Sasha's cutting back on the restaurant openings, looking for a more family-friendly lifestyle. So now she's a judge on Chopped. But she wants to do her own show and gets keep told no since they already have a Padma project. Marcus is a stay-at-home dad. He and Yellow Peril had a decent run of success, but they're not sure what to do next. After hanging out in Crown Heights with Michelle Buteau's Veronica, he becomes a regular at the Sidewalk Dominoes game and is inspired to take Yellow Peril into an ill-fated dance hall direction. As a parent, Marcus gets all kind of credit and praise for being a stay-at-home dad, while Sasha gets grief and guilt for working. As a couple, instead of the late nights on the town they once had, they spend way too much time scrolling through Netflix or watching episodes of House Hunters, wondering if they really could move to Texas. Then, one night, they finally go out to dinner on their own. They're going to a new spot together with Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. Instead of talking food, travel, and music, though, the conversation is about breastfeeding, sleep training, and baby food recipes. The dinner's about to end early when they bump into Dolly Parton. Dolly sees that they need a good night out and takes them to Lil Nas X's country western hip-hop karaoke bar. At the bar, Sasha sees Padma and challenges her to a karaoke death match and wins. Sasha, Chrissy, and Padma end up hanging out. They decide to open up a new fusion concept, a Southern-style banh mi spot. But it also has a daycare co-op, bookstore, and co-working space where moms can take naps attached. Marcus, Dolly, and John collabo on a remake of Islands in the Stream that goes #1 and almost beats Lil Nas X's record. That is my take on the Always Be My Maybe sequel. Now we have a baby. And I'm Bobby Ho. That's my show. Thanks for listening. Outro arrangement by Ivy Sparrow Music.